First of all, good evening, and I'm sorry for my English. I'm trying. So today I'm going to talk about nonverbal communication, and I decided to tell you a story about a trip that I did to South Africa with my mom and my husband. So in this moment, probably you're thinking, what? You are going to talk about non-communication and a safari trip? And the answer is yes. When we need to talk to somebody and we don't say the same language, we try a lot of ways to then understand us. So what we do normally? We try. So we make a lot of faces, hands, we smile, or we make a crazy face. We try to make be understand by our body language. So who here have pets? So probably when they done something wrong and you get in your house, you know when they did something wrong, right? So we can see this by their faces. So I'm going to show you a few pictures about my trip. And as Kim say, I'm a biologist. And when I decided to do this trip to South Africa, I start to see a lot of hotels and everything. So I decided to stay in a tent camp. What is the difference from a tent camp in a hotel? So there's no fences around the tent camp. So here we can see the animals can come close to us. So at night sometimes we can hear a lot of hyenas or animals crossing around us. So in the second day, my mom, she looked at me and said, "Oh, Ligia, I'm so tired. This trip was so tired. So I'm going to stay here." So this picture is ours too. I'm going to stay here in the camp tent. And in this moment I say, no, it's not possible. Because my mom don't speak anything in English and she decided to stay alone in the camp tent. So I decided to talk with one of the girls of the kitchen and I say to her, "Please take care of my mom. I need someone take care of her. She can walk for some place here. Take care of my mom." And she said, "Don't worry, go to your safari. I will take care of her." So I was with my husband in the safari and I said, "I'm so concerned about my mom. She's there alone." And he looked at me and he said, "Don't worry, your mommy probably is talking to someone." And then I say, "Sure, a lion probably." Because there's no guests in that camp tent. We were the only guests there. So we come back to the tent and then we heard some laughs. And we start to throw the way, trying to find where those laughs are coming. And then we find my mom at the kitchen with two girls and they are laughing a lot. And then I say, "Oh my God, what's going on?" And my mom say, "We were dancing. They are teaching me their dance." And I say, "Okay, you are dancing. It's, oh, you passed, no?"
Here?
"You are dancing?" And she say, "Yes, I'm knowing about there, what they do." See, there's a lot of animals. So I say, "What are you talking about?" And she say, "Oh, this girl, she has twins. Oh, the other one is divorced. And one of them lives far from here and the other lives close." And I say, "Stop. Okay, I know dance is okay, we can dance, but how can you know this stuff?" And then I say, "I need to ask them." So I ask, "Hey, really? My mom is right? She told me the right information?" And she said, "Yes, it's right. So tell your mother that I'm so afraid of being here because there are a lot of animals close to us." And I say, "Okay, but you never had done a safari here?" "No, I live here my whole life and we never go to a game, to a safari to see the animals." And then we decided to talk to the owner of the place and he promised us he will provide them a safari in the place and they become so happy because they will know the place. And one of the girls, she saw my mom like her mother, you know, so they have amazing connection. Actually, my mom always has people next to her, and she's like mother for everybody. So in the time that we need to go was an emotional moment. Everybody cried. They hugged themselves. They are crying, and they came to us into our car, put our bags, and when the car was going, they start to run out of the car and like a leopard, you know, and we start to cry in the car and say, oh my God, I'm a biologist. I was so happy about seeing these animals. But the real thing that I learned in that trip was not about the animals, was about the person that lived there and the love that they had to people who are visiting their place. So they change phones, so they talk until now. Talk, yes, emojis, photos, and sometimes my mom asks me to translate some things. And they are amazing. They did their safari. They send us the messages, and they used the hat that we gave to them, and was an amazing experience because we don't need to talk. We can communicate without the talk. We can communicate with our body language. And when I arrive here, I need a lot of my body language to communicate. And since I'm here, I knew a lot of people too who make me feel the same sensation that we have with those girls. And I'm sure that we change their lives the same way that they change ours, the way that we see the things, the way that we see the people who are next to us. And we need always have love, the most powerful feeling ever. Thank you.